So I guess we're recording. Yeah, recording.
Please turn it off. Okay. Does it look okay?
I think so.
Do we need to turn that one off?
Which one now?
That
Do I have something
one.
right now?
No.
I always feel like I
Did I
have
have something in my teeth?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. You don't think so?
I don't think so.
No, this is mine.
Wait. What the fuck?
That's yours. Take my cup.
So, we're here to discuss the new channel. We have of course I have my comedy channel that's gonna I need a shave. I don't you see it? Does it look like I need a shave? Did that answer any questions? I said, do I need a shave? She goes, anyway, so here's the deal. We have a new channel. You're making this weird.
I'm listening to
We
you.
have a new channel, and we're going to start it. We have a scientist who is he's from I think he's in Quebec and in Canada, and like there would be one in like Dallas, Texas. He's in Quebec. He's from Mexico. No, so what we're going to do is it's like the scientist and the comic and the mortician. It started out with just me and him doing it, but he's a very smart guy, and he's like, you should add your wife into this because she's better than you. So after I told him to go, what?
That I kind of interjected
Well, he did.
myself.
Well, whatever. But anyway, this guy is, and I'm not saying this because we're working there. The guy's brilliant. I think he's an electrical research engineer, and I think he did that all his life. And he's real into like haunted stuff and spirits and research on that kind of stuff. And we're into stuff like UAPs and UFOs and Bigfoot and stuff like that. And the thing that's probably going to be good for us is I've seen ghosts and felt spirits before, and I don't think it's what we think it is. We've talked about this a lot. I don't think that it's what everybody thinks it is. I think it has something else to do with dimensional stuff. I truly, I almost look like that guy on that thing. I'm a Hoover, and this is your pilot debrief. No, I think it's all connected. I think that, and I don't even really know what I'm saying here, but I think alien stuff, ghosts, and Bigfoot have some sort of common denominator. There's something that is that binds all those things together. I don't know what it is. What does that smell?
Incense.
I feel like I'm having a stroke.
My alien ship is on fire.
Oh my god! It's not the kind of show we're doing.
Anyway.
Oh. She did make this espresso, and it's fantastic. I'm just gonna tell you. We have a new espresso machine.
I am good at something.
You have to kickstart it. I had to put a quart of 40 weight oil in it, but
it works.
In any case, what we're going to do is with our partner here, and I don't want to give too much away about who he is until he, signs off on it. But he's a brilliant dude, and he's been following the channel for a while. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start a channel with him for just this kind of weird stuff. I'll still be doing my comedy and I'll still be doing my weird stuff, but we want to bring it to more people. And and we bought some more equipment and stuff, and we figured out how to do it through Zoom or Meet or that's a very weird thing right there.
Isn't that the coolest thing ever?
She has like this sand thing with this metallic.
Can they see it in the camera?
No, not really.
That's why I put it there so they could see it.
Well, maybe they can see it. If I pick it up, it's gonna.
Yeah, you can't pick it up.
Anyway. We're not here to talk about that. But no. So I lived in a haunted house when I was a little kid. I grew up in foster care pretty much at the end of my childhood. But we had a poltergeist in our house. I'm not psychic. She's the psychic one. I'm not psychic. She's an empath, and I had to tell her that 10 years ago. She didn't even know. But I can feel it when other people are. I especially can feel psychic mediums. If I spend a few minutes talking to them, you just get this kind of feeling, like withdrawal symptoms from opiates. That's a whole nother story. Yeah. Anyway, but I think Richard. I thought I said his name.
Wade F it up.
I know. Anyway, I think
Cheers.
Richard's his name. I think Richard has a lot to contribute to this, and I think that his not just his he's got a great sense of humor. Not just his sense of humor, but I think his knowledge and his angle on this kind of stuff will be super interesting to our viewers. And we're going to start out with 0 subscribers. So anybody who subscribes to my page, and I'm not saying you have to do it, but you have to do it.
But you have to do it.
No, anybody who subscribes to my page, he's probably kind of into the stuff I'm into, dumb, stupid stuff, farting, Bigfoot, weirdness. Can a Bigfoot be trans? Anyway, so
I think a Bigfoot could be whatever Bigfoot wants to be.
I think Bigfoot could probably win the Publishers Clearinghouse thing. That's not even possible because you don't tell Bigfoot no.
You know who probably wins the lottery? You know how people go out of state and they play lottery other places? You know who probably always wins that? Bigfoot.
I think we've solved this issue.
He's a multi-billionaire.
In any case, yeah, he lives out in the woods because he doesn't take a shower because he doesn't want it. In any case, I think any kind of ideas you have for this show, we had one pilot that we both met that I used to go to school with when I was a little kid. We had a pilot that we talked to when we were in the Virgin Islands. Excuse me. I'll edit that out. And she is amazing. And she had a UFO encounter, UAP encounter that was just, to me, it was amazing to hear her tell it because she's not the type of person that would just make some shit up. I mean, she's very credible. She's very professional. I'd heard in the 80s and 90s she was flying into North Africa. She was flying in supplies for people,
Should you be talking about that?
Well, nobody's going to know who she is.
Well, you already gave it away.
I didn't say who she was. But she won't do the interview because I think that it could cause her. She's licensed. She has a license. She has a business. So, I think there's still a stigma attached with talking about UFOs, talking about Bigfoot, talking about ghosts. I feel like there's still a stigma to it, even in 2020. It is 2026.
It is
2026. I remember just a couple of years ago, I was talking to a club owner, a comedy club owner, and we were talking, and just he's 15 years older than me, and just out of the blue, I said, "Hey, man, it would be interesting, that we talked about some alien encounter," and he hollered at me. He was like, "There ain't no damn aliens. Don't be stupid. What's wrong with you?" And he'd never, ever talked to me that way before. I mean, even when I was working for him and doing stuff in his club, I've dragged people out of his club before, thrown them out. I've done all kinds of work for him, even when I was not a solid comic, and he was like teaching me. He never talked to me that way. He only talked to me that way about UFOs in our 15-year friendship. So that tells you right there, there's some people that have a real, that's the coffee. There's some people that have a real stigma, a real hatred for this stuff. And I don't know, what do you think? It's fear? Or do you think it's fear that other people laugh at them?
I think it's a lot of psychological things. Like maybe when they were kids, they wanted to believe, but nothing ever happened. So they're like fed up with it. Maybe they were scared, super scared when they were kids. I mean, I know my next door neighbor when I was a kid was like really, really into UFOs and everything. And he would scare me as a kid, he was
with the stories?
Yeah, he'd scare me with some stories. He said,
"Is that the one that told you that he was like abducted or something?"
No, he told me, I don't know if he was abducted, but he told me he had a portal in his closet.
That's interesting.
And that
how did he know the word portal?
He was like 7 years older than me, 6 years older than me. I think he was 7 years older than me. And he told me he had a portal in his closet and that he kept his room messy to keep whatever comes out of the portal from getting him. That way he could get away quicker. And I was like, well, that's a stupid reason to keep your room messy. And I was like 5.
I was like, I wish I could have thought of that.
Yeah, I was like 5. I'm like, I don't think
he was 12 when you were 5?
Yeah.
Why was a 12-year-old talking to a 5-year-old if they're not kin to him?
Because he was my neighbor and his window was like, here's my house, here's his house, and here's our driveway.
Is he still 7 years older than you?
Yeah. Here's our driveway. And I would ride my bike in the driveway. And well, not my bike, but my tricycle because I was 5. I didn't learn how to ride a two-wheeler, but that's
I'm sure he keeps his
anyway.
prison cell very clean.
But anyway, his window was right there, and so he'd keep his window open. He just talked to me through the window. He was always in trouble because his room was never clean. But he did teach me a lot about insects and different snakes and stuff. So
pattern here.
Yeah.
Well, that's something I would like to touch on in like maybe the first episode. Is those things when we were a kid that we thought were real that weren't. And I've seen on many videos and many talks about spirits and stuff like that little kids' minds are less cluttered, so they pick up on stuff. And I remember vividly, I lived in Waterford, Connecticut when I was a little kid. I was probably first or second grade, maybe kindergarten. And I remember the guy in a uniform. Well, it looked like a brown, like almost like a UPS uniform, standing in my mirror, and he was there every night. And I would get to where I wouldn't look at it because it scared me so bad. Of course, I screamed and hollered. And my dad came in, and there was no. My dad at that time, to me, my dad was like, he's a retired Navy chief, professional boxer. He was like, there was no ghost as tough as my dad, from my perception at 5 years old. But I saw him vividly. I could smell him, So I think that's something we should touch on too. Like you said, when you were a kid, hearing somebody say something about portals when you were 5. So I was 16. So it was 1981. You might have heard of something like that.
It's weird. I didn't ever question what a portal was. I kind of knew when I was 5.
You knew what a portal was?
Yeah, I kind of knew what he was talking about. I was like, oh, well, that's where beings come in that aren't supposed to be here. They come in through this place. And I was like, oh, well, I guess they could be anywhere, which, over the course of the years, I've learned if portals do exist, they can be anywhere. But
there's a lot of study on portals. There's a lot of places in the world where they say they happen naturally. If you believe that, and look, any information that we give, we're giving anecdotal information. We're giving things that we've heard and read. When we have something that we can share that's very personal or very, very different from other things we've heard, like would have been great with that pilot that doesn't want to do it, we'll tell you. We'll say, hey, this is information no one else has. Most of the stuff that we study and hear about, none of it's real obscure. It's stuff that you can look up, and we want that. For this channel, we want people to push back, because as much as I believe in all this stuff, and I want to believe it, there's so much AI, there's so much bullshit, so much lies, so much people just looking for clicks. And hey, we're looking for them too. We're looking for subs. We're looking, but I'm not going to just put some stuff out there that I don't at least study or know a little bit about, or can at least relay a good story about it, and have our scientist, Richard, have him maybe explore a side of it that we don't understand because we're not educated in the way he is. Just like I might have an angle because and we've been together when this has happened. I know when I go somewhere if there's something unseen. Excuse me, I don't know why. I just know when I'm in a place, I can feel it. We've been in the supermarket before. This happened, I think we were probably living in St. Augustine still. We walked in a store together, and there was a lady, older lady. She didn't look mean. She didn't dress weird. She had a black aura.
You see that a lot.
You could just see it. Well, you do now because you're more in tune with it.
No, I don't see it. You see it.
I see people's auras.
I don't see auras.
When I was a little boy, it scared the absolute crap out of me, because a man when I was very young told me, he said, I want you to be able to see auras. And when I was little, I kind of saw him, but this guy was supposed to be a faith healer. His name was Alfred McDonald, and he was my first foster family. And he gave this to me, and I don't know how he did it. Don't ask me the technical, but I can see it, and I can't do it like I used to.
It's called awakening.
Okay, all right. Just see, I don't know all this.
Or attuning you.
And when I saw this lady in the store, I could tell that she had done something really, really horrible that she had not paid for. I want to say, for lack of a better terminology. There was something in her life that she had done that was really bad. I don't know if she killed one of her kids or ran somebody over drunk and got away with it. or shot somebody. I don't know what it was, but there was something that she did. You could just, it was almost tangible. It was when we walked past her, I felt myself going, ugh. And there was nothing wrong with her. She was dressed nice. She was, as a matter of fact, we were on the soup aisle because I remember we bought something at the edge of the aisle. And as we walked past her, I was like, oh shit. And I remember you even going, like giving like a little noise, like, I don't want to be around her. There was nothing wrong with this lady. You couldn't look at her, the normal person look at her and tell she was any different. She wasn't scowling. She was just looking at something, and it was just literally floating around her. It took me a couple of days to get over it because it'd been a while since I'd seen anybody like that, anything like that. I see it now. When I first met her, I could see her aura all the time. I don't know if that's good or bad. And then we had sex, and then her aura was all over. Just kidding.
No, my aura's everywhere.
Just kidding.
Now, see, I don't see auras. I think as an empath, it's not what most normies consider. It's not empathic. I'm an empath. I feel rooms. So like I could feel how this week at work is going to be. And I could tell you probably who's going to call off, who's going to not call off, what, are we going to have a good, I mean, that's because, now.
Look what this thing did since we've been sitting there.
Yeah, it does that.
This thing is like weird. It's like got some kind of psychic, of course it's not.
It's not, it's magnetic. But anyway, I feel, isn't it the coolest thing ever?
I just said it was magnetic and she said the magnet came straight at me.
Yeah, it's making a new design.
Is it like got like designs on the inside of it, or is it random?
It's programmed.
Okay.
So it knows what to do.
So it's not psychic, it's bullshit.
It's not psychic.
First video we do, we have bullshit.
It's making crop circles.
This is bullshit.
Whatever. You talking over me is bullshit.
I'm sorry. Go ahead with your you know who's gonna call out.
It's obviously not important.
I didn't mean to do that. She is important. But we don't want to make this a big long video. But what we're trying to say is this new channel is going to be pretty cool. And we're going to try to offer something, something good. And we want you guys to subscribe to it. We don't know the name of the channel yet.
Mm-hmm. So if you guys have any ideas,
that would be great.
Give us some great ideas.
Richard had the scientist and the comedian. The comedian and the scientist. Or something like that. Maybe we could do the scientist, the mortician, and the comedian.
Comma science.
What is it?
Comma science.
Comma science?
Yeah.
It sounds like you're going to commit suicide once you take biology.
Yeah, that's probably not good.
My face just itches. I don't know what it is. It just itches sometimes. And it bothers me.
Society.
What?
Society.
I don't get it.
Like science and comedy. Society.
This is what I deal with every day. 13 years.
Oh, poor baby.
I don't even know what society. I have to, before we sign off, I have to show this.
Yes, you'll have to show that.
All right, so we're going to come to you soon with the name of the new channel. Mm-hmm. It's going to be the mortician, the scientist, and the dildo head. And I want to show you this before I sign off. And hey, please like and subscribe to this channel. We have great subscribers. Listen, and she knows this. The comments on YouTube can be really mean. Yeah. They can be really rude and all that kind of stuff. But you know what? It's worth it for the people like, what is her name? Me and myself or whatever. Richard. There's some other ones. We have some really nice people that comment, and we love them to death. If it weren't for them, and look, we don't get up here and ask for money. We just want a subscriber. We don't have Patreon. We don't get up here super thanks. We don't do anything like that because we know everybody's like us and they're up against it. Mm-hmm. So we just want you to watch us for 10, 15 minutes every few days. And we want to enlighten people, and we want to talk about stuff people are interested in. So if you're interested in that, then you can like and subscribe us. And then the new channel is just going to be.
Okay.
Let me show this thing before we go anywhere. I have to show you.
It's making crop circles. I told you it's making
Look at this thing.
Circles.
It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in the world.
I love it. It's relaxing. And it changes color too. Watch. Oops, I stopped it. Wrong button. It could be blue. It could be, I don't know what color that's going to be.
They don't drug test you where you work, do they?
They did, but I passed, so it's okay now.